Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the Naperville Park District Board of Commissioners regular monthly meeting, April 12th, 2012, 7 p.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There's going to be some matters from the public.
Yep. Jackie, would you call the roll, please?
President Riley,
Here.
Vice President Young,
Here.
Commissioner Egan,
Present.
Commissioner Heidi,
Here.
Commissioner Janner absent, Commissioner Ori,
Here.
Commissioner Todd.
Here.
The next item of our agenda is always the fun part of the agenda, and that is for awards and recognition. And I'd like to ask Representatives Michael Connolly and Darlene Singer to join me at the podium.
Thank you. Representative Conley and I have a resolution we'd like to present to the Park District, which was adopted on February 22nd, 2012. And this resolution has to do with basically to congratulate you for being nationally accredited by the Commission for Accreditation of Park and Recreation Agencies. So we're going to share the whereas, and I'll begin and I'll hand it to Mike. Whereas the member of the Illinois House of Representatives are pleased to congratulate the Naperville Park District on being named a nationally accredited agency by the Commission for Accreditation of Park Recreation Agencies, which is also known as CAPRA, which is a lot easier to say, on November 2nd, 2012, and
whereas the Naperville Park District became a nationally accredited agency during the National Recreation and Park Association 2011 Congress in Atlanta, Georgia, and
whereas the CAPRA accreditation is the only national accreditation for park and recreation agencies and is a measure of an agency's overall quality of operation, management, and service to the community. National accreditation through CAPRA is an extensive multi-year process, which includes the completion of an application and detailed self-assessment report, a site visit by a committee of experienced park and recreational professionals, and a final assessment completed by the agency and the commission. Accreditation requires agencies to respond to 144 standards representing elements of effective and efficient park and recreation operations. And to become accredited, agencies must fully meet 36 standards deemed fundamental to a quality agency and at least 92 of the remaining standards. And
whereas the Naperville Park District is only the second Illinois Park District to attain this standard of recognition. The district is the 104th agency in the United States to have achieved CAPRA accreditation out of 10,000 parks and recreation organizations nationwide. And
whereas the administration employees of the Naperville Park District serve as models of hard-working integrity and dedication for the people of the state of Illinois, there it be
resolved by the Illinois House of Representatives of the 97th General Assembly of the State of Illinois that we congratulate the Naperville Park District on the occasion of becoming a nationally accredited agency and wish the district administration and employees continued success and happiness in the future. And be it further resolved
that this is a suitable copy of this resolution being presented to the Naperville Park District as a symbol of our esteemed respect. And it, just reading through what you had to do, you are definitely one of the top in the nation, no question. So congratulations. Great.
Thank you very much. Yeah. I'll turn this over to Ray because Ray represents the team that
put this together.
This is also a little bit of a surprise because we had asked both of you to be here tonight so that we could honor you.
Oh, yes.
So when you came up and started presenting this, this was a wonderful surprise. So thank you very much. Thanks for all the work.
Thank you.
And tonight we want to recognize both of you for all the work that you've done for the Naperville Park District. One of the things as we see as we go to state conferences and other park districts meet with their legislators, you can tell that it's kind of a one-time event. And both of you have always been very gracious with your time in helping us both here and in Springfield. You're very accessible to us. You've made it much easier for us to work with you, so we sincerely appreciate that. We also want to mention a couple of things that you've both been directly involved in that have benefited the Naperville Park District. We have new laws that will protect personal contact information for people on our program lists. Exempt park districts, legislation that you were involved in to exempt park districts from paying back taxes from previous owners. That would have been burdensome and something that really was not our liability, but you worked to get legislation for that. And then also legislation to allow more concise communication of financial information to aid park districts. So in those, when you take a look at those three things, those three different areas. One, you really help protect the residents of the Naperville Park District, and specifically the kids in our program. That was a big concern of ours, and thank you very much for that. The idea of avoiding us having to pay back taxes that somebody else owed, that clearly saves the taxpayers in Naperville money. And then by employing some more modern technological ways to distribute information, that helps us to lower our expenses. So we thank you very much for the support on those bills. Those are very important. And then right now, as we are aware, legislation that we've been working on for, I think it's 3 years now. Currently, it is Senate Bill 3809 that would allow park districts to have very limited, very focused access to criminal background information on prospective employees. Again, to protect our residents, to protect our citizens. So we've been working on this, or you've been working on this. We've been trying to be supportive, but you've been working on this for several years, and we want to, you've been looking to craft a bill that protects the rights of people to gain employment, and at the same time protects the residents, protects the kids that are in our programs. So I'd like to present both of you with a plaque from the Illinois Parks and Rec Association and the Illinois Park District, our Community Service Award, in recognition and appreciation of outstanding contributions and unselfish devotion for the advancement of parks, recreation, and leisure in the community and the state of Illinois. Representative Singer, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Representative Conley, thank you very much. Would you like to say a few words? No, I know this is always dangerous, and asking an Irishman if he wants to speak, but
I want to thank the committee. I wasn't ready for this award. No, I want to thank you, Mike, and the commissioners. I also want to shout out for Dirk Price for the battle scars that he endured on a number of these bills, sitting in committee with me and having to answer certain questions from, I think it was Lou Lang or somebody, I don't even remember. But no, I really appreciate you coming down and doing that, because it helps us better present a bill to committee and then ultimately to the floor. But I thank you, and I thank staff for all you guys do. The award that Darlene and I mentioned earlier is a lot more important than this. Everyone knows how special Naperville is, and the country got a chance to see firsthand how special the Park District is, and I thank you guys for all the work you guys do. So thank you.
And I just want to say also is that basically Mike and I are servants for you in the Park District. So this comes naturally to us to do this, and Naperville does have a unique level of standard and what you do. So, keep us in your mind. This is what we're here to do for you. I'm humbled by this, and our whole intent here was to basically present our proclamation on how well you've done. So, good job.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you again, Representatives Connolly and Singer. Thank you very, very much. Jackie, do we have anyone from the public signed up to speak?
Yes. We have one speaker,
And that person's name is?
Ms. Virginia Wisdom. She will be allowed 3 minutes and speaking on a non-agenda item.
Okay. Ms. Wisdom, please.
Thank you. It's nice to be here this evening. Thank you. It's nice to be here this evening, and I want to congratulate you on the reward you have received. But no matter how good a park district is, there's always an area for improvement. And my concern this evening is the issue of equality for women. And I was pleased to read through your program booklet where it says that there is no discrimination on the basis of sex or gender. And yet, when I read further through the program booklet, I see where there is a cricket program offered for men, but there is no cricket program offered for women. And somehow this doesn't seem right to me, and I think it might even be illegal. Perhaps someone could speak on this.
Well, it's not an agenda item for us tonight. If you'd care to share your views, we'd be glad to take them under consideration.
Okay. I did try to contact every person on this board by email. I received no response. And I did inform you that I was planning to come to this meeting and speak on this issue. I think that it's time to open up the cricket program to women, to advertise it in the community as soon as possible, because from what I understand, they are lining up their teams right now, and also to let the people in the cricket league know that for a park district, programs have to be equally open to males and females. And I would urge you to take action on this as soon as possible. Thank you.
Thank you. And just to correct one point, in the communications that I saw, I believe our Executive Director, Ray McGurry, did respond. We will certainly take your comments this evening, take them under consideration, and work with our Executive Director to make sure that we are working not only with the letter of the law, but the spirit as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else signed up to speak? No. Okay. Then we'll start off with updates and reports. Riverwalk Commission update, Commissioner Heidi.
Thank you, President Riley. I forgot my glasses tonight, so if I mess up, please forgive me. The Riverwalk Commission met yesterday, April 11th, and discussed a number of important issues. First, the financial condition of the Commission remains strong. Major capital projects have been completed, and the capital project's budget will be approximately 70% consumed by the end of April, which marks the end of the Commission's fiscal year. This is due to the favorable construction market, as well as the expertise and diligence of key Commission members. Our own Chuck Papanos is to be heartily commended, as he has his hand in virtually every aspect of the Riverwalk, and he has the maintenance function down to a science. The operating budget will be 85% consumed by the month end. A new Riverwalk consultancy contract has been awarded to the incumbent firm ERA. There were several very worthy proposals, and the scoring was extremely tight. Congratulations to the finalists and to ERA. Finally, the annual Riverwalk cleanup has been scheduled for the morning of April 21st. Every volunteer makes a difference, so please consider adding this event to your calendar. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Hyde. The next three items are foundation updates, which I will present. First is the Riverwalk Foundation Update Report. The next meeting of the foundation is scheduled for June 6, 2012 at 7 a.m. in the Municipal Center lunchroom. Next is the Carillon Foundation Report. The Millennium Carillon Foundation Board of Directors met Thursday, April 5th, 2012 at 7:30 a.m. in the Rubin Center. The current balance in the Treasury is $4,234. Requests have been made for themed or colored lighting to be placed along the Riverwalk. Rules and criteria need to be put in place for this type of request. The actual cost of providing this service also needs to be determined. The consensus among the Foundation Board is that it was not opposed to colored lighting in the tower as long as it was appropriately regulated. The Marketing Committee for the Foundation has proposed that an e-letter be sent out twice a year, first 3 weeks before the summer series, then again in the fall, to promote the late fall and winter events. Brad Wilson suggested that the Park District may be able to use part of their email blast system for this. Question was raised about the legality of soliciting funds for a friends group if the Park District helps to send out a letter, and that is being researched. John Colucci has fixed the autoplay system, which is good to know, very low cost. And the next meeting of the Foundation will be August 2nd, 2012, 7:30 a.m. in the Rubin Center. And the final Foundation report is the Parks Foundation report. Next meeting of the Foundation Board has not yet been scheduled. Next item is the Finance Committee update. Commissioner Todd.
My report will be very short today. We met on March 14th. We reviewed the 3-year revenue plan. The same plan was presented to the board in the workshop, and we will be approving it tonight. And that's it.
Thank you. Next is the Legislative Committee update. Commissioner Heide.
Thank you, President Riley. We are meeting tomorrow morning, so nothing to report at this time.
What time is that meeting?
That is at 8 o'clock at the Planning Building.
Thank you. Next is the Parks and Recreation Committee update. Vice President Young.
The Parks and Recreation Committee met on April 3rd. The committee discussed questions proposed for the 2012 Community Interest and Opinion Survey. The results of the survey should be available in June. Accordingly, we are planning to evaluate the survey results and the impact to the master plan at the June workshop. Staff provided a quick update on the intergovernmental agreement negotiations that are still pending with District 203, District 204, and for the aquatic center rights. The committee also discussed ideas for discounts on fees for members of the military, and staff is developing a policy for the committee to review prior to bringing it to the full board.
Thank you. Next is the Strategic Planning Committee update. Commissioner Janner.
The major initiative out there for the Strategic Planning Committee right now is the 2012 goals document. A draft of that document has been completed by the committee and submitted to President Riley and Executive Director McGurry for their review and distribution to the entire board. And we hope to vote on that document at the April 26th workshop. And the Strategic Planning Committee will also be taking a careful look at the results of the Community Interest and Opinion Survey, as that will impact our strategy and direction moving forward. Thank you.
Next, we have the Golf Committee update. Commissioner Egan.
Thank you, President Riley. My report will be short as we meet this upcoming Monday, April 16th at 7:30 a.m. Springbrook. Hope to see you all there. One important note that our first major initiative or golf outing is happening this Saturday, Partner Best Ball, and we are up to 72 twosomes, which is a dozen better than we were last year.
Very good. Next will be my report for the month. We were scheduled to hold our annual board retreat in March, but due to a late-breaking medical situation which precluded me from participating, we postponed and are in the process of rescheduling for June. The fact that I, currently serving as president of the board, couldn't participate was not the reason to reschedule. Rather, the board felt that this once-a-year think tank type gathering really requires the participation of all 7 commissioners to get the best ideas on the table and to build a solid consensus on the issues that we address. Also, just a quick note on our monthly special meetings or workshops, as we refer to them informally. We've moved the locations of those meetings, routinely held the 4th Thursday of the month, to the lunchroom at our South Maintenance facility. We've been conducting them in the boardroom at our administration building, but as these workshops have become more robust in content, and we often have outside presenters, the boardroom simply became too cramped, and it wasn't conducive to effective collaborative interaction. All of our special meetings are posted, they're open meetings, and the public is welcome to attend, and we encourage you to do so. Next, we have our Executive Director monthly update.
Thank you, President O'Reilly. Just a couple things here. Our summer program guide delivery will begin on April 19th. The virtual guide will be available at napervilleparks.org beginning on April 16th. Resident online registration for NYS soccer will begin Wednesday, May 2nd at noon. And resident online registration for summer programs will begin Thursday, May 3rd at noon. Registration for summer camps is already in progress. And then a couple other fun events coming up. On Saturday, May 12th, the area around Centennial Beach will be the place to be, with the hosting of 2 family-friendly events. The first one will be from 10:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. at the Riverwalk Grand Pavilion, where we will host our first ever EcoFest event featuring the live Birds of Prey show. The event will also include eco-friendly games and conservation exhibits. This event will also highlight the district's new Eco Explorers nature programs for children. Then at 1 o'clock, and I would invite all the commissioners to participate in this event, because you'll already be down here for EcoFest, is to head over to Centennial Beach for the preseason polar plunge. I don't hear any takers, so I assume that's a no. Somebody make a motion and second it or something. An event that will kick off this swimming season in a cool way, literally. Participants can brave the chilly waters in the shallow end and have a splashing good time. We also have refreshments, and we'll be hosting a drawing for lots of great prizes, including a 2012 Centennial Beach season membership. Both these events are free, and you can get more information by visiting our website at napervilleparks.org. Thank you.
When are the garden plots opening?
Glad you asked that, Commissioner Ori. They're opening actually this weekend early due to some of the great weather that we've been having. So we'll be ready to go this coming Saturday. Is that correct, Brad?
Thank you.
President Riley, I move to approve the February 2012 Treasurers Report.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion on the motion? Jackie, call the roll, please.
Vice President Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Ori,
Aye.
President Riley.
Yes. Next, we have the consent agenda. Are there any items to be removed from the consent agenda?
President Riley, I'd like to remove item F and move it to unfinished business.
Item F will be,
And President Riley, I need you to remove item L, Lima, and move that to unfinished business. I need to add to the motion.
is there anything else to be removed from the consent agenda?
President Riley, move to accept consent agenda items A through E, G through K, and M through R.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Jackie, call the roll, please.
Vice President Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Ori,
Aye.
President Riley.
Yes.
President Riley, move to approve consent agenda items as accepted.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry, can you mention a Scrivener's error on the February 23rd minutes that has been corrected?
Let the record reflect that a Scrivener's error on the February 23rd, 2012 special meeting minutes has been corrected.
Thank you.
President Riley, I move to table item F from the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Jackie, call the roll, please.
Vice President Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Ori,
Aye.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
President Riley.
Yes.
President Riley, move to approve ordinance number 778, authorizing a grant of temporary construction easement by the Naperville Park District to River Place LLC.
I need you to accept an amendment to that motion. Due to some exigencies with permitting by the city for work that has to be done, this is to allow the work to happen on that retaining wall south of the Riverwalk, behind River Place there. We have already had to have the board president and secretary execute and attest the construction easement so that the permitting work could get done so that the contractor could get in there timely. So I need you to add to the end of your motion, if you'll accept the amendment before there's a second, and ratifying the prior action of the board president and secretary executing and attesting the temporary construction easement instrument. And I've written it down in case you need to. I hope so.
Okay.
All you have to do at the moment is say, I accept the amendment. So,
Really?
Yeah.
I accept the amendment.
So now we need a second, President Riley.
I'll second.
We have a motion as amended that has been made and seconded. Any discussion? Jackie, call the roll, please.
Vice President Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Yes.
Commissioner Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Ori,
Aye.
President Riley.
Yes. Takes care of unfinished business. We don't have any new business. The next item is our future meetings. Next meeting will be a special meeting or workshop of the Board of Park Commissioners, April 26th, 2012. Meet at 6 p.m. at the South Maintenance Facility, the lunchroom that's located at 3415 Book Road. And then the next regular meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners will be May 10th, 2012, 7 p.m. here in Council Chambers.
President Riley, move to adjourn to executive session to discuss land acquisition under Section 2C5 of the Open Meetings Act and to review the executive session minutes.
I'll second.
Motion's made and seconded. In discussion? Jackie, call the roll, please.
Vice President Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Ori,
Aye.
President Riley.
Yes.